Hi everybody. Today is Tyler North reading. I am in my car. Unfortunately, I don't have the luck being in my own home. Too much noise. I cannot concentrate. I cannot hear too much energy all at once, and I can't work at that level when I'm doing something like this. I am at the park I usually go to, but there's also a lot of people, and I feel if I'm going to be in my car, it'll be better. My truck, excuse me. Today I've spoke with Tyler to let him know today is his chance to speak. Today is his voice is going to be heard. He is to tell the public what happened, who did this to him, where is he, who had affiliation, what his disappearance, murder is pertained to, justice. Okay. So in regards to, I want him to know there are no judgments here. There are no, because he's a man, I do not see him any different than I would a female spirit. A lot of, there's a different, an energy field. Obviously there's male and female, and I'd like to say that judged, some of them still feel judged even in the afterlife. So, you know, they might not want to open up as much, especially a male. A male energy is more to themselves, like they would be in actual living life. They don't like to open up about their feelings or emotions. That's a man. That's how they, a lot of them don't like to talk about their emotions. So I just wanted to make it clear for him that it's okay. I don't judge him. I don't have any bad thoughts towards him. I don't think of him differently because of any cheating issues that went on. Sorry, I'm getting things that is being said. Any specific location will be given directly to his aunt. I also want to talk about involvement, and since I've started his case, I've gotten several, I'm going to put it this way, I've gotten several friend requests from retired police, and I have no friends, mutual friends with them, so the only way that they would get that Facebook is by viewing Tyler's video. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Like I said, I don't do the whole intimidation thing. If you're going to friend request my page, regardless if you're police or not, I will happily answer your request, but I will not take disingenuine people to find out things. So that's where I'm at right now. I've denied several law enforcement that I didn't feel it was appropriate at the time to accept their friend requests. So today I'm hoping Tyler will use his voice to speak loud and clear, that he gives me a location, he lets me know who's involved. A whole lot of words right now are being said. Okay. And I want I want to speak for him. I want to be his voice, and I want to let people know his side of the story. I want people to know his side of the story. I do feel a little off in my element, not because of Tyler, but because where I'm at, I'm not used to doing these type of sessions outside around the public. It's new to me for this. I mean, so many people. I have people out here that are just out here, and I'm not used to doing it that way. I'm used to just having, a quiet setting where nobody's around me. So it's really hard to keep track of the attention level, but it's a lesser than my house. So I really am hoping that I can get as much as I can get for Tyler to literally give him a voice to speak his side of the story today. Okay. So, Tyler, today is your day to let the public know exactly what has happened to you. Would you like to let them know today? The camera that I have in front of me, I am recording our session. Would you like me to say everything that you need to say today here on this video? I need to know if you can possibly it says cahoots. So that tells me people are working more or less against. I want you to be your voice today, loud and clear. I want you to be able to give your family a message, something so personal that they know it's you, okay? It can be as private as you want it to be, or it can be just a joke that you said to them, or it could be an item that they have of yours that they would only have known of. It could be any single thing you want it to be. I really want you to have a voice today. I really would like to help your aunt and your family get justice for you and find you. I literally want you to be as open with me as possible, okay? Think of me as a friend and nothing more, okay? If you can... Why do you keep saying these two things here? If you can see them, why do you keep saying them to me? What I've written down. He keeps speaking of remorse. He says remorse several times. Also dental records, twice now, since I've been sitting here. That's what I've been doing. I've been writing down words. So Tyler, I'm going to start asking you some questions, okay? When you said, I'll start off with this because this is where it got tricky for me. You said shots fired, warning shots fired. What did that mean to you? Police case. Okay. Now, what do you mean by that? Police case. Sever or severed? Time. He says a woman's name twice now, beginning with the letter M. What does this woman have to do with your disappearance? Does she have anything to do with your disappearance? Or are you saying her name? What are you saying her name for? Case. What kind of case are we talking about? Are we talking about your murder case? Or are we talking about something else? Did your disappearance have to do with your children? Can you speak up for me, Tyler? He's showing me a picture of him holding up a fish, almost like he went fishing with a little child. Is that a yes or a no? Did your disappearance have to do with your children? It's okay if you can speak a little louder. I can hear you good. I am quiet. I'm going to turn my air conditioning down, okay? Repeat that. Fall. What did you fall into? You spoke of this before. Okay, so is that where you are? Did someone push you in there and you fell in there, or did somebody hurt you and you were falling into it? When you said group, you told me group the last time we spoke. Who is the group of people that took your life? Again, there it is. Okay, that is 2 people you've said so far. Who is the third? Is there more than 2, or are you is group to you 2 people? Okay, so is group more than 2? Yes. Louisville. He says Louisville. I call it Louisville. He calls it Louisville. What was that last thing you just said? Okay. So before we go any further, I feel like there's a little disconnect between me and you. It's okay that you sit down and you relax. You're safe here. I want you to speak and give messages to your family. I want you to speak your piece today. I want you to calm down. I want you to just like let that energy stop being so bound and slowly release your energy, because I feel like that's holding you back a little. Yes, release it a little bit. If you can release it and let go, you'll be able to function better. Anger. I know you're angry. took life. I know. I know. That's why you're going to expose everything today. Danger. Okay. Well, I'm going to be very careful in what I say. I will give the first initial and a last initial if you have it. Anything that is said will be said to your family, okay? I will not say full names on here if you feel it's going to put me in danger, okay? Or anybody else for that matter. Okay. So, how about I let you start off the conversation, Tyler, as best as you can. Since sitting here with you for a few minutes, I'm only a few lines short of a full page. Can you give me some details of where exactly you are? Okay, so this must be very important to you. He's stating that where he is, it starts with an R. Frame. He's saying framed again. What do you mean framed? Who framed you and what did they frame you with? Talk. He says talked. Somebody's saying stuff about him that's not true. Is that when you mean framed, do you mean someone framed you to take your life, as in to say things about you that weren't true? Because that's what I'm getting here, I think. Blame. So I think he's getting at that whoever set this murder up, which I have a good idea, said things about him that weren't true in order for that person to make it believable, they lied about him and said things about him that weren't true. And then the other part came to where they took his life. Whose house are you showing me? What is this? Is this a house or a trailer you're showing me? What were they looking for in your pockets that day when you showed me? You said when you told me the impression, you said, right. So the impression that you said, you're not going to find what you're looking for here. When you said that to the person that had you on the ground at gunpoint, he says a man's name. Starts with a T. Who is he and what does he have to do with you? Is he the part of the group that we're talking about? Okay. When you said deep down in, were you speaking of the place that starts with an R? Is that where your body is? Is that where they put you, dear? He speaks of his aunt's name. What do you want me to tell her? Can you do me one favor? And we're going to start off. I want you to name all of the people from beginning to finish who had something to do with your disappearance, your murder. What do you mean by that? Keep saying game, game, game. What are the names of the people What are the names of the people? I have 2 names already, but there's more than that, isn't there? Well, actually gave me 3 already. Can you tell me what his name is? The person that I'm trying to put this in, it's a controversial thing. You said a word with an S, okay? Cover up, okay, yes. So you're telling me this cover up has to do corruption, cover up, oversight. Please. Who are they? What are their names? I think he's telling me that one of the persons had many titles. Land. Connected to the land. There it is. So the person that I spoke of before, connected to the lands. Many titles. Walking. He says the man, I think he's trying to tell me the man had more than one job, like as in he had many titles. Some people carry 2 jobs, some people carry 3. I think this man had to do with, his main title is to help. But each job, it was that type of job. It was corrupt. So he's trying to tell me the helper who claims to help is corrupt. Yes. Okay. Do you know who I could report them to, and how can I put this? Do you know who I can report them to as in above them? If they're involved in helping the community, who do I report them to if they are the people you go to when you need when you have trouble? Who do I report them to? Who do I go to? Do you have a name that I could go to? He keeps repeating this name, a male name. Starts with a T. Keeps saying corrupt. He's repeated this name from day 1. Okay, it's 4 times he's mentioned this woman with an M. Tyler, how did you pass, honey? How did you pass? Shot. Where did they shoot you, honey? Do you remember? Head. He's doing like this. Back of his head. Okay. Do you remember when I was with you and we were in the living room and you spoke of something about being poisoned? You said battery acid. What did you mean by that? truck. Now, am I reading that wrong? Or am I not understanding what you're trying to say? It says jewel, mask. I think he's trying to get to a point, and because I don't understand certain guy lingo. How could I reference this? What do you mean by this? Does the firefighter? Oh, okay. No. As in, do you mean no as in, no, I'm not saying it right, or no as in you know? Like you know as in mentally know a question. Know a question. Okay. Before. Okay, I gotta get another piece of paper here, honey. Identification. This man with a T has a whole lot to do with Tyler. A woman with a letter M. He says, I'm trying not to make it controversial here. But I have to say what he's saying. He says the word sheriff. He says police. He says 2 people's names so far. One of the people had a title of police officer, like a he keeps saying sheriff, like a sheriff deputy. But he also had more titles than that. Close what, honey? Are you saying close a door, or like clothes on the body? Like you would wear? It says boot. Like one single boot again. I think when they moved him, one of his shoes came off his foot. Because the shoe was like lying sideways on the ground. It would be a brown boot. Wasn't tied. It's laying there. The droplets of blood in the woods on dirt. On the leaves. You showed me 3 distinctive drops of blood before. What did you mean by that? What was that representing? The trail of blood. Can you tell me what direction that you're in? What direction are you in from where you are, or do you not know where you are? Do you not know what direction you are in? It says Deborah. I'm not sure what that means. Are you saying you're not far from Deborah? Your Aunt Deborah? Not far from Tom. Keep saying Tom. I'm just gonna say the name, screw it. Because he keeps repeating it and I feel like I have to say it. But Tom is not the man. He says Tom is not the man. Who's the firefighter? What's his name? Who is the sheriff deputy? What's his name? What did the woman have to do with your disappearance? What does that mean? What does shard mean? You're saying shard like a shard of wood? Burn evidence. What evidence was burned? It says gun, missing. It says demand money. Time will tell. There he says that again. Tyler, do you have any messages that you want to say to your kids, to your family, to your Aunt Debbie? I call her Debbie, but did you call her Debbie? Because I feel like I call her Deborah, but did you call her Debbie? Yeah. Did you have any type of message for your family I can give today? Remember, Tyler, I'm here to help you. And that's it. I want you to be heard, okay? I think you're letting your emotions hold you back. You're trying not to be that vulnerable person. You're trying not to be that emotional person. To me, you're a person still. I don't think of you as anything else. So, what would you like me to tell your Aunt Debbie or your sisters or anybody in your family, your children? Daddy loves them. Was there more than one child? He's got his arms crossed and he's like, okay. He says fishing. I think he was saying, don't forget fishing. Like he loved fishing. He wants his children to always fish. That was something I think they did together. Inspire. Just come look for me. What burn? Keeps pointing, keeps doing this with his finger like there's, I don't know if he means he got burned on his finger or if he's saying the number 1. What do you mean by that, Tyler? What does number 1 mean? I want to get into some more questions about the day you went missing, okay? Unless you still want to talk about your family. No rush. Shows me giving a little girl a kiss. He's showing me money again. Court. 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 What do you mean by court money? Showed me pointing at papers like, look, this is what. What do you mean by that? What is that? I think he's showing me that child support. I think maybe he's trying to say something about child support, more money in child support, court, anger, win, custody, daughter. Daughter or daughters? What do you mean? Okay. I'd like to ask you about the man on the hill that I saw looking down when you came in to your destination that day. Park Hill. Gun. What does that mean? What did he want? What was he there for? Set up. What did you go that day for? And remember, I don't judge you, Tyler. I just want you to know that you have a voice still and that you can tell me to tell the public. What's that mean? He says a lot of going-ons. Foolish. Meet. Like as in meet as in you eat, or like meet when you meet somebody? Okay. Waiting. The man was waiting there for you? What do you mean? Something about a picture. He knew it was you by your picture? Something about didn't show. I think the man that killed Tyler that day knew him by his picture, he's saying. Because he says didn't show. So whoever he was meeting. Did you say female? I think he's saying meet female. Who was the man? Do you know the man's name that was on the hill? Something about cheat. Okay, Tyler, so we're going to go through the things that we've gotten so far today, okay? Just so I can, maybe you can go into more detail. Feel a little bit dizzy, Tyler. So, when I first began, before the actual speaking with him, I got pain on my right side. Corruption, group, again, dental records, oversight. I think that the murderers know the only way that Tyler's going to be identified is through his dental records because of the decay his body has been through. I'm just going to say it, a woman's name mentioned multiple times, Michelle. Justice, closed. Remorse was said 3 times. Happened, case, I hear Louisville, but I say Louisville. Sheriff, twice. Lot, disingenuine. Yes, concern. Cahoots, he said cahoots twice. Cover up, police, brigade, game, land, connected. Tom, several, and I mean several times as much as the other. This is a woman's name. Walk in again. Shot, head, back, truck, tool, mask, firefighter. When I asked him, the question was no a meaning for him, as he did he know a question, or no as in no to an answer. He said to a question. Police case, sever. Time, yes. Fall into this place. Falling. Group, yes. Louisville again. Release, anger. Took, life. Shady, danger, framed, talked, blame, house. Time again. Identification, clothes, boot, single, dirt, trail. He says Deborah. I said Deborah, but I feel like he says Debbie. Walk in again. Walk-ins or walk-in. Burn evidence. Gun, missing. Demand money. Time will tell. As his yes was a yeah. Daddy loves them. Fishing, inspire. Come look for me. Burn. Now, I don't know if he meant the actual number 1 or he means he had something on his finger. That he had hurt his finger before. Shows me giving a little girl a kiss. It's something to do with custody, daughter, win, anger, money, Park Hill, gun, setup, a lot of goings on, as he puts it. This is how he said it. A lot of goings on. Foolish, meet, waiting, picture, didn't show, cheat, female, meet female. That's what I have so far. Now, is there anything else, Tyler, that you would like to tell me? Anything at all, honey. I'm trying to figure out what else to ask. You've asked the people's names, who's involved, where are you? What else can you tell me about this case? How can we get people to listen, to look for you, to show more that they know that you're here today? What does that mean? Did you say Bran or brand? Tyler, what can you tell the people in this camera today, especially your family, that they know something so personal, that they know that you're here with them, because they've been waiting so long for me to do this session with you, and it's been very difficult to get to this point. Can you give me more to the general aspect of us talking? Can you, he says claim. Can you give me more of more answers to the questions that I ask, like something so personal about your family that only your family would know about you? I don't know who Jess is. Jess could be a smaller name or a place. Kentucky. Okay. What else can you tell me today? I'm not going to judge you whatsoever. Are you talking about a court judge, or do you feel like I'm going to judge you? Because I don't judge anybody. Judge, woman. What do you mean? Is that going back to your court with the child support thing you've told me? Or do you mean as in being I'm a woman and you feel I would judge you? Court. Okay. Court. He's going back to court again. Can you tell me more about the situation and what occurred the day you went missing? Can you tell me step by step what they did? Can you tell me surround? Okay. They surrounded you, or they as in a group surrounded you, or? Yes. So there was more than one person. Overtake. He says he was I'm going to say overtake, that's what I heard, but I feel like he meant overtook him. Power. Okay. Can you tell me more about ground? What was the man dressed in? What was he wearing that day? Can you give me what he looked like? Can you tell me what the woman looks like? Can you tell me, he says this again. Can you tell me what any of your suspects look like that took you this day? Now in visions, when I see, I can either see in color or I can see in just black and white. Now, are you telling me that the man that was there that day was in black? Because I see like black pants. What was he wearing? Off duty. It says off duty. Police uniform. I don't know what that means, off duty police uniform. Trigger. Trigger as in trigger to a gun. when they, Tyler, when they murdered you, how did they get you from point A to point B? Like, how did they move your body? Showing me being drugged, pulled. Like someone passes out on them, and you have to pull them to a secure place, like a. Not sure what this means. ATV? ATV as in a. Are you referencing a TV, television, or a ATV as in some sort of equipment? It says mode. Did they put you in a vehicle and dispose of your bodies there? Like, as in, you would... It says ATV, pickup truck. You told me before a certain, you said when we were in the vehicle the last time, you said left hand side, but you said a certain number, and you said a lot number. He says lookout, lot. What does that have to do with you? Hunt. Personal. Look before. Look before. I don't know if he's saying this word or not. I can't really make it out that great. I think he's saying abrasion. Okay. Tyler, would you like to take a break and come back at another time? He's pointing down into something again. It tells me he's telling me it's the same place. He's pointing like, keeps pointing down. He keeps motioning me down in. Okay, so you've said a place, you said certain names, you've told your daughters you love them. He said daughter, but I feel like there's more than one. He says case again. Does the custody battle have anything to do with your disappearance? I couldn't hear you the last time. He's pointing at something. It's like he's pointing at papers. She knows. Who knows? Can you describe the woman that you keep telling me about? What does she look like? I don't know if I should say this or not. He's saying, please do. He's saying she looks like a disaster. Excuse me for this type of description. What color hair? He's pointing to her nose. What about her nose? I don't know if he means her nose is pierced or not. I don't know. So I'm just gonna put pierced just in. Are you saying her nose is pierced? It's like she has a, my nose is very skinny. Her nose would be almost like a wider, like a more rounded nose, like it would come out farther. What color are her eyes? This is brown. What color is her hair? Are they brown? Or are they different color? Because I'm seeing them like a darker color, unless that means her energy is a darker energy. So I'm picturing her eyes darker. As in she's very mean-spirited, very nasty, just not a nice person, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, nasty. Okay, so that means she's, okay. What color is her hair? Okay, hold on a minute. Don't answer that one yet. What were you trying to show me about her skin? He says pale. Is she not a tan person? Is she not? So maybe he's trying to say she's not of her ethnicity. Her ethnicity is of a white person. Dark hair. Is it brown or is it black? I think he's trying to tell me it's dyed hair. Because he's showing me two different colors. Like, it's really this color, but it's this color. Okay. Mother. Mother of who? Children. Your children? Yes. Okay. What about her feet? I think he's trying to show me that, I don't know, it's almost as if like he's trying to show me her body figure. Like, she's not skinny, but she's not a bigger woman either. I'm trying to put it in a nice way. She's not obese, but she's not skinny. What about the male? What does he look like? White? He keeps pointing to the arm like this color, this color. But I see this man in dark clothing now. This is the second time I've seen him in dark clothing. Almost like he'd wear black pants. Almost looks like maybe a belt and a black top. Now, am I seeing it in black and white, or am I just seeing what you're trying to show me? It's almost like he's trying to show me a picture of him. Can you do me a favor? You're showing me this half of his body. Can you show me his head? Can you show me his face like you did with the lady? He says the word Jeremy. You're saying Jeremy or a different? Are you saying Jeremy or are you saying two words in one? Okay. Is this part of the group? What does he look like? Mustache. Did you say mustache? Mustache white. Dark hair. Now dark hair as in not blonde, right? Okay. Would it be brown or would it be dark brown? Would it be black? I think he's trying to tell me it's on the darker hair, like maybe a color like this or something lighter. He's showing me his nose. His nose is more rounded on the bottom, I guess you could say. How mine would be, I would say I have like more of a squarish nose. His base of his nose is a little bit bigger. He's showing me his stomach in like a dress shirt, like a button up. It's almost as if this is the firefighter he's talking about. This is the person with multiple jobs. Because I see him one way, but I'm also seeing him another way. Law enforcement. So he was a firefighter and a law enforcement person? Fired. So you're trying to say he was fired from law enforcement? Okay. What did you mean? Frame again. He's trying to show me that this man would have been involved in the investigation. He would have been involved in as in like placing himself within the circle of the investigation in some way or form. Be involved in maybe the searches, maybe to shy people away from. It's like I can see him standing amongst people and he's not really there to help. He's really there to destroy Why destroy property? Oh, he's trying to say his truck. Destroy other. What do you mean? So something about a safe? Something he had in the man, he had something in his safe and he destroyed it. I dreamed of this before. He's trying to show me something that I dreamed of. He shows me almost like a room full of police, but some of them are police and some would be higher ups, I think. It would be two different forms. And they're passing around a rifle. It looks like a rifle. And all the fingerprints are going all over it. And they're being wiped clean. What does that mean? What does that mean? Shady cover-up. Help. So you're saying that this person had help in covering up by destroying evidence? He's shaking his head with his arms crossed. Yes, that's right. Okay, Tyler. So I have a clear message of what you're trying to tell me here. I'm going to stop this session. I'm going to contact his aunt. I'm also going to do another session with him because I need more answers. I need more than what I have right now. He did his best. He's been talking really good. He did a wonderful job. I have 3 full pages just from the hour I'm here with you guys. Tyler, before I go, my phone's actually on almost 0%. You sucked up a lot of my battery here, honey. Your energy is taken away from my battery. This tells me how much you're really tried to do your part here today, because my battery has a life shelf of quite a few hours, and it's in the red now. And I know that you needed to manifest a lot of energy to be here today. So what I want you to do right now for me, we will speak again. I will come back to you because I want more for your family. I want more answers. I want your voice to be spoken more. I want your story out there. I want you to give whatever message right now that you need to give, whether it be to your children, to your family, to whatever statement that you need to make right now before my phone shuts off. I need you to say it right now. It can be nice. It can be you speaking your mind quickly. I want you to say one thing to them, okay? He says the word frame, and he shows me, it's almost like I see him giving somebody a hug, or somebody's hugging. Do you have anything else to say, dear? Pat me on the shoulder. He has his hand on his head. Pat me on the shoulder. He said, I'm going to make it known. I can actually hear his accent now. Got a little bit of accent. See, to me, he would have an accent. He says, I love them. Tell my kids I love them. He's almost got this accent. I'm trying to repeat his accent for him. He says something about blame. Keep going. Okay, Tyler. Well, it was nice speaking to you, and we will get on another session, okay? I will make sure that we get more of your voice heard. I'll speak to your aunt, and we will do some more, okay? I'm gonna go back to some more questions that I asked you, but in a different aspect on the next spirit session, all right? You're welcome. Okay. So Tyler has said quite a few words. I'm gonna read them really quick. Well, I don't have to read them. You heard, as I spoke, I wrote. So this is all him and the timing that we set. And that's just in the hour and 10 minutes we were together. My battery is pretty low. It was full. My battery has a long life shelf. So when a spirit does that, they drain your battery, and it's very hard, because to take that much energy out of your phone, a spirit has to really try hard to manifest. They're working very hard, working a lot of overtime to do that. So I'm going to shut this video off. I don't want to lose any of my information on Tyler. I will be back for another session. I have a lot more questions that I need answered, and I'm hoping we can work together and get some more of his information out. So this is my video for today, Tyler North's session. I will be messaging his aunt as well. He states a certain place, but I have to know where this certain place is, because in Kentucky, I'm sure there's a whole lot of places that are there like that. And I need to know what direction, and I could have swore I heard a certain direction, but I need to ask him again. And I need to make sure, when I asked him a direction, he kept saying, Debbie, Deborah. And I don't know if that means the vicinity of her, or near her, or in her, because he could be in that direction. It doesn't have to be near her, but it could be where, it could be in the direction as a north, south, east, west part of, that type of direction. So this is my video for today, everybody. I will be coming back for another session on Tyler. I'm not sure yet, probably another week or so. I have one more person that I was asked to look into. She's currently missing. Very odd case, but I'm not going to be doing, right now my main focus is Tyler, but this person, I'm just going to do a session to see if she pops through, and that'll give me the answers that I need to let me know if she's passed on and who is with her and where she is. So everybody, this is the in-between, and it was good to see you all. It's been a while, and I hope you're all doing well. Stay safe.